This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their products as well as the rest of my gear in the description below. Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. Now you guys seem to really dig the last video I did trying to beat the pole lap at Baku, so this time we are doing the same again but for Catalonia, the Spanish Grand Prix. In qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix, it was Lewis Hamilton that took this pole position, actually taking his first pole position since the season opener in Melbourne, setting a lap time of a 1:16.173. Now if you know me at all or have been following the channel for a while, you will know that I do not like this circuit at all. I just do not get on with Catalonia, either in races or just in hot lapping. So this might be a bit tougher than it was at Baku, but we're still going to give it a good shot anyway. As always, I'm going to be using VR, driving the RSS Formula Hybrid, I think the closest representation to an F1 car we currently have in Assetto Corsa, and the track is the official version as released by Kunos, so hopefully it'll be a little bit more accurate than the one we used in the Baku hot lap video. Let's go see if we can make it 2 for 2, beating Hamilton 2 days in a row on the video, of course. 1:16.173 to beat. Let's see what we can do. Well, you join us then hiding in the shade here at the Circuit de Catalunya inside our Mercedes F1 car. Just about to go out for a sighter lap. Now, of course, I mentioned already that this isn't really a circuit that I'm very good at. But regardless, I'm going to do a lap, talk you around, and sort of, well, go from there, I suppose. Set out the pit lane. Down to T1. We're going a lot faster, of course, on our hot lap. A very fast couple of corners in Sector 1 here. Relying a lot on downforce. So running a fair bit of downforce around here, hoping that DRS will help us down the straights. Very long T3, you can get on the throttle very early around here with these new cars. I want to very quickly say as we go through T4 that we are running the super soft compound, the red compound of tyres, but unfortunately graphically they are stuck on the soft. So we are on the same tyres Hamilton used, but it doesn't look like it, basically. Anyway, down the hill now before we go back up again. Very fun little section this when you get it right. Watch out as the curb comes in on the right there. Now over the crest of the hill, Hamilton sits in 7th on his lap, but we take it in 6th it seems. DRS open, we'll hit our button there, there's the DRS symbol. Just so you guys can see it on your screen. And heavy braking for this very clumsy last section. This is a section I don't really get on with very well. See, just using a higher gear than I need to be using right now. The turbo wanting it seems to be spooled at higher RPM. Oh, okay. On the curb there, and then through this very annoying last section, which I dislike a lot. I think a lot of F1 fans do, to be honest, but that's how it is. Anyway, let's put ourselves on hot lap mode. Wow, okay, that's not a good start. Well, just shows you've got to be careful through there. DRS open. You can hear the sound reverberating there off the grandstands. Really cool to hear that. Right, let's try and spy a braking marker for T1. That'll do. Again, this is our first lap, so not really expecting it to be anything special. 16.1 to beat. Soft through here. I can feel the rear starting to break loose around there, so maybe a tad more downforce on the car. Up to T4 now. Need to be using a lower gear. It seems the car does not really respond at low revs. Not what you expect from a turbo machine. Oh, a little bit of understeer on the way in there, so maybe some brake bias changes to be made. Car feeling very lethargic right now. Maybe some diff adjustments as well. Up the hill, car skating all over the shot. Tyres obviously not up to temperature yet. That's using 5th gear. Wow! All over the shot at the moment. You can tell that I'm struggling at the moment. Be more confident on the brakes, I think. You can see the car just understeering off the apex. So, okay, lots of amendments to make, I think, first time around. Going through this last section, try and find my spot to get on the throttle. Can really take a lot of curb here, but don't hit the raised curb. Just get as close as you can to it. There you go. Using VR makes this a bit easier. So we're already at 117. Wow, we are miles and miles off. What was that? For 1:23.7. So I've got to make up nearly 8 seconds. I've got a feeling that's not going to happen. But we have a starting place. Let's go back to the pits and see if we can make any amendments to make this car a little bit easier to drive. Okay, so I've made a couple of amendments to the setup for our second lap. I've tried something completely different, seeing as we were nowhere near we're nowhere near the time on the first lap. I've taken quite a bit of wing off, which might not be the best idea, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. Anyway, second hot lap, let's go. Of course, we've got to be careful now because of the lack of wing around here. Now go, here we are. Right, onto the straight. DRS open. Hopefully we'll see well in excess of 200 mile an hour now of this wing. There we go. We're gaining a lot of time on the straight alone, but we've got to try and keep it through the corners now with the car not going to stick as much. There you go. You can feel it through there. A lot more unwilling to turn. Go. Nice. Okay. Luckily we've got a lot of speed through there, so it doesn't really matter that we're lacking a bit of downforce. Downforce, of course, not only affects our cornering speed, but also our braking capability. It's going to make things a bit more difficult. I've also made a couple of diff changes as well to give myself a little bit more of a chance on throttle. Good run so far, 6 tenths up. I'll just touch the curb on the inside, run it through. Oh, car loose at the rear. Now another corner where the back end wants to step out. Oh, a bit slow through there, but managed to keep it running at least. About a second up, which is good progress, but of course a long way to go yet. Oh man, big block up into there. Come on. Turbo took a year and a half to spool there. Right on the edge of throttle. You can see the car squirming as I try to apply the throttle through there. Still a long way off, but we've made an improvement at least. It's going to be, this is a 122.9. At this rate, we'll be lucky to get onto the back of the grid. We are so far off. It just goes to show you the difference of accuracy of track. This is a lot more of an accurate track than the one we raced at Baku. And you can see the results. I'm a lot further off this time. It looks like at the moment that Hamilton might win this one, but back to the drawing board, I guess. All right, again, another setup change, another approach. This time a lot of downforce as opposed to pretty much none. So I'm really going to be attacking these corners now. We're going to lose out on the straight, of course, you can imagine. But don't look at that too much. So we're going to gain it all back in the corners. Remember to shift up, Jimmy, you pleb. If there were any doubt as to whether I'm trying or not, hopefully that will show you. Damn it. Whew. I'm really giving it everything that I have at the moment. It's just not enough. It's going to be quicker. So 121.6 and we're still not even within 5 seconds. I'm pretty sure we're outside 107% at this point. I was holding my breath for most of that lap because I was just trying so hard. That's only lap 3. Well, lap 3 of our time laps anyway. It says lap 8 down there because I've been doing a little bit of outlap and coming back in again. But oh man. I feel like we've lost this one, but now let's just see how far up the grid we can get, I suppose. Well, here we go then. Last ditch attempt. Let's go. Using the same setup as last time round, just trying something a tiny bit different with how I deploy. See how that works out, if at all. again, sideways out of there. God damn it. On 21.5, I have nothing on blessed around here today. Absolutely nothing. That's lap 4 done. Seeing as we're so far off, I'm going to go pit in now, put on the softest tyre possible, and just see if we can qualify on the grid. I think even a 121.5 wouldn't be enough to get on the grid at this point. I'll put on screen whether it is or not at this point. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. But seeing as we've got no chance of beating the blessed boy, we might as well cheat. That's what I do best. So here we are then. It might look like we're on soft, but we're actually on the super duper hyper ultra extreme soft tyres at the moment. Let's see if we can put in a better lap, shall we? I hope for my sake that we can. Cross the line. DRS open. Off the boost down the straight. T1, here we go. And even with the ultra super duper extreme hyper soft tyre, the best I can do is a 120.4, and you might hear that I'm a little bit out of breath because I was just 100% concentration. I did make one mistake coming onto the straight that might have cost me a tenth or two, just hitting the curb a little bit. Again, a little bit sideways coming out of the hairpin down the bottom of the hill here. But I cannot beat Blessed. He bested my time that time by over 4 seconds. No chance. Now, I'm not quite sure if that's a track difference, a tyre difference, a car difference, or maybe, just possibly, I'm nowhere near as fast as a 4 times F1 champion. But that's definitely not the case. We've beat him before, we can beat him again. But guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to hit the like button. They're not all successes this video. And of course, I'm very much willing to hear what sort of time you guys can do around here. Now, I'm not the fastest hot lapper in the land. So if you guys have got any closer to that 16.173, then feel free to let me know in the comments. If one of you guys do manage to beat it, I'm sure we can give you a shout out in the next video. But yes, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, all the good stuff. Take care, have an awesome day. I'm going to go lick my wounds. I'll see you all next time.